So, how crazy exactly can things get? Pretty crazy. Let's find out about it. Here's the headline. Students learning about childbirth taught how to care for birthing person who is transitioning from male to female. And I know what you're thinking. This must be overblown. Like, they can't actually be thinking that. This must be taken out of context. There must be some other explanation. Well, let's find out. Materials provided to midwifery students at a university in Scotland taught them how to treat birthing people who may still have external male genitalia. Now, this might lead you to believe that this university in Scotland doesn't know how babies are born. Students at Edinburgh Napier University in Scotland were puzzled when they opened their learning materials and saw what appeared to be suggestions that biological males could give birth. Yes, no doubt they were puzzled at why they were giving this university money. Because, frankly, if you get a degree from a university where they teach this, you should not be able to get a job in medicine anywhere, anything. You shouldn't be able to work at a pharmacy. But anyway, concerned students have spoken out about this apparent disregard for biology. Let's see, Redux broke the news on Wednesday after whistleblowing students gave them access to the materials in question, which are part of a unit on catheterization. Catheterization is common during childbirth, especially among those who undergo a C-section or need an epidural. Mothers often choose to be fitted, wait a second, they didn't say birthing person, choose to be fitted with a catheter in order to assist with bladder drainage during the birthing process. With that in mind, students were quite confused when they opened their learning materials and saw a warning sign on page 1 about providing catheterization to males. So let's take a look at this workbook here. It is important to note that while most times the birthing person will have female genitalia, you may be caring for a pregnant or birthing person who is transitioning from male to female and may still have external male genitalia. So again, this isn't like a misunderstanding. This isn't, talking about, female to male transition. This is talking about may still have male genitalia. You will need to be familiar with the catheterization procedure for both female and male anatomy. For this reason, where appropriate, the book refers to the birthing person. It is never appropriate. That's the thing, because men cannot give birth. Why do I have to say this? This is an ideological delusion. And the concern is that if they're teaching things that are this crazy, this flat out insane, what else are they teaching? I mean, can you trust anybody that comes from this program? So if you're a woman, an actual woman, and you're about to give birth, and the midwife is confused about where your penis is, that's certainly going to give you pause for thought, isn't it? But I wonder what other things crazy shit they could be teaching. I mean, but are they teaching them other things just based purely on ideology and politics that could be actually genuinely consequential when it comes to actually practicing medicine? I mean, do I have to say that ideology, politics do not belong in medicine and any science whatsoever, in mathematics? It was something that we all used to understand. This should be genuinely concerning. I know it's hilarious. I know it's incredibly stupid. But when you start to have institutions that care more about ideology than they do the actual people that they're supposed to serve, that matters. That can become dangerous. I mean, think of Lysenko in the Soviet Union and the famines caused by his far-left ideological lunacy. And this is just as crazy as it gets. It is important to note that while most times the birthing person will have they will always have female genitalia. Always. Because it's impossible to have a baby without that. And by the way, it's called a mother. You absolute lunatics. Let's see, another section details how to communicate with a male patient when the catheter moves through the prostate gland. Students are instructed to warn male persons of discomfort as the deflated balloon passes through the prostate gland. Now remember, this is a course for midwives, okay? So what happens if a man just decides he's pregnant? Does everybody just have to go along with it? I mean, honestly, how far does this have to go? I mean, you're already pretending that men can give birth, apparently through their penis. Let's see. It looks like, they were obviously very embarrassed by this when people saw what they're actually putting in their materials, and they changed male to female to female to male. So in that case, the person giving birth would actually be a woman, but however, everything else remained. So, that doesn't really help much, does it? Instructors did add, however, that a female transgender person could give birth through a surgically constructed penis. Because some people just got to do things the hard way, I guess. Let's see. A fellow of the Chartered Society for Physiotherapy, Elaine Miller, told Redux that, quote, "It is not possible for a male person to get pregnant." And then adding that even the hasty edits the instructors made were rife with impossibilities. These materials are the opposite of the high-quality training that patients need from midwives and doctors. The project may have arisen from compassion and enthusiasm, but it is worrying that the writers don't seem to know, care about, or check facts. Well, there's the modern left in a nutshell for you right there. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the audio version. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.